I got a great physique. I know that, and I couldn't even do a gym selfie because I felt ashamed of my body and like the dollar amount tied to it. I want to prove to people that shit, if you don't give up, if you keep going, then you can make it.
Cameron Harcourt, how would you describe younger Cam?
Oh shit. I'm a person with strong morals. I'm a person that's made heaps of mistakes. And I'm a person that'll never give up, especially in relationships. The biggest thing I see is infidelity and cheating. And unfortunately, I've been the second man a lot of times. It's in the sex industry and stuff, and I was not happy at all. I was not proud of myself at all. And that's just life, bro. People make mistakes. But if I was gonna judge a woman for doing something gnarly like that, then I'd be judging myself.
What's something you learned on your travels that you couldn't have learned in New Zealand?
Not to trust anyone. I remember the times, G, when I was looking in the mirror thinking, what are you doing? Why am I doing this? I felt empty, especially with my self-worth being at the fucking bottom.
Is there anything that scares you now?
If I could have one moment of your time. Most of you guys listening or watching do not subscribe to the channel. The simple and easiest way to help and support us is to subscribe. It helps us get the guests that you guys want, and it gives us a more opportunity to grow this thing to where we want to take it. Thank you so much. Enjoy the episode. Kia ora.
Cameron Harcourt, welcome to the Mara Show, brother.
Welcome, brother.
My bro, let's go. Cam, what do you think we need to know about you in order to understand, I guess, who you are and a little bit more about the life that you've lived thus far?
What you need to know about me? Just watch along and you'll find out. No, I just think I'm a person with strong morals. I'm a person that's made heaps of mistakes. And I'm a person that'll never give up. And you'll see it in the ring, you'll see it in my life. Like, I'm gonna fall down 100 times, but I'm gonna get up 101 and just keep pushing forward.
How would you describe younger Cam?
Oh shit. Younger Cam had no inhibition at all, bro. Like, I've always been the kind of person where I've watched people around me hesitate a lot. And I was the youngest of three brothers who hesitated a lot. And then I watched that movie Yes Man with Jim Carrey. And I was like, yes, man. And every opportunity to try something, I would. And if it was something to build confidence, because I was shy, I wasn't too confident growing up. So any opportunity to build confidence or try something or fail, I was like, yeah, straight in there.
Wow.
I'd like come up with an idea and I just don't hesitate to do it, which is crazy because now I've been hesitating with ideas. Like I've said about leaving it in the notepad.
Ooh.
I used to never do that. I just go through life, no hesitation. Sometimes to my demise or whatever, because I would be like, no hesitation to take this pill. Or like, you know, sometimes it's bad, but sometimes it's really advantageous. Like just to not hesitate and try something. Like no fear.
Yeah.
I don't really associate with fear too well. I just kind of do shit. Like I get scared, but I'm like, it's whatever.
Why do you think younger Cam never hesitated? Why do you think you're hesitating more so now as you've gotten older?
I think it's to do with potentially just image. It's like if I do something, I got a lot more eyes on me and stuff. If I make mistakes, they got a way bigger magnitude to them. When I was a kid, I was like, gee, I'm 17, bro. Like, I'll just drift in my car, hacking it up. If I crash it, all good. The cops will let me off because I'm under 18.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't, again, it's like I'd do some dumb stuff and I'd do some good stuff and I wouldn't hesitate. But now I know there's repercussions to everything. So I think a lot more. I'm more conscious of my actions. And in doing that, it's like climbing a tree. You know, a kid climbs a tree. When you're a kid, you're not thinking, I'm going to fall and break my leg. But if I climb a tree, not only am I thinking I'm going to fall and break my leg, my fat ass is going to break the branch and I'm going to fall now against my will. Like, but you do think of repercussions way more as you grow older. And we start to hesitate, which might be a bad thing or it's a safety thing.
Bro, that's crazy because I feel like the older you get, the worse that's going to get. The more I feel like you're going to hesitate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you imagine once we reach 30,
30,
35,
right? Yeah.
you know, people aren't, it's like risks, right? People aren't taking as many risks
you're
as
not
they get
taking
older.
any risks because, you're like, I'm running out of time. I need to dial in. The closer you get to that age where you should be dialed, not that there should be an age on it, but like there kind of is. I don't want to be 40 bouncing job to job trying to pay weekly rent, you know? I don't want to be like looking for a partner when I'm 37 talking about, oh yeah, maybe by the time I'm 44 I have a kid and I'm scratching together coins to pay rent. Like I've been there, you know? I've been scraping up my coins to buy milk and it ain't fun.
Yeah, bro.
And being broke's dope when you're young for a bit and people say you can appreciate it. But at some point you need to be well off. You need to have your shit together. So.
And do you feel like you're in a stage of your life now where you're a little bit more like...
Definitely.
Yeah, a little bit more dialed, eh?
Definitely dialing in. I think I'm dialing in a lot, you know. I don't really drink anymore. I don't really do much anymore. I just train, try and work. I just socialize with my group of mates and that. And it's good, bro, and I'm happy with it. Like, I don't miss drinking. I was looking at a video last night of me when I was 19, bro, and I'm fucked up as in Auckland. Sorry about the language. I'm munted up in Auckland, and it's me just rolling around, cooked, bro, just took a pressy, whatever, and like that was amazing fun. Was. But doing that at 26, nah. What are you up to, brother? Like, leave that shit in 19 years old, 20 years old. But I do believe I had to get it out of my system because, again, the hesitation thing is what's the word? Like the anticipation of doing something or the fear of doing something stops once you do it, or the curiosity is gone once you do it. And the guilt of making mistakes, you can pass that up with God. You can get over that on yourself. But the regret of never doing something, that lives with you for ages. Because there's so many regrets I have, which is little shit, where I was like, man, I should have spoke to that girl. Or like, I should have gone home after science class and smashed it. You know, like it's not big things, but it's the stuff you didn't do that lingers. It's never the stuff you did and failed.
Yeah,
no one cares. It's
no,
like, just get over it. At least you tried, you know. But if you never try something, your biggest regret will be, I sat here at this factory job, I pressed a button, rolling a coil of wire for 50 years, and then I got a wife who left me, and I never did anything about it. And that's the regrets I've seen in older people.
Fuck. And with AI now,
yo,
that job's going to get replaced anyway soon.
100%. You got to try something.
No, I hear you, cuz I'm in, we're the same age. So I've definitely hit a stage where I feel like I can't even really like we have time, but we got no time to waste now. You know, you want to...
Every minute wants to be productive.
Brother, it's crazy. Sometimes I think I'm psycho.
Do you drink much or not?
Nah, cuz.
Yeah.
Probably like a handful of times a year.
Yeah. I'll have a couple of drinks a year or whatever, or a couple of occasions for it. When I drink, I'll drink.
Yes. Nah, I'm saying, bro.
If I'm on a drink, I'm on a fucking...
You ain't catching me with a beer and a steak at dinner. You know what I mean?
Nah.
I'm not that guy.
But
we're going 20 plus or we're going 0 for a long time.
But when I do get drunk, it's like, I feel like I'm wasting time. And I feel like almost a burden on my friends at the moment. Because, we're drinking, we're trying to have fun. But in my head, I'm like, I'm wasting time.
Yeah.
All of these conversations are inconducive to anything. Like after 12, the whole conversation is, bro, I smashed this heifer last week. A huge chick, bro. And you're like, solid. And you're like, hey, fuck. Any chicks on the go?
Yeah.
It's like, what am I getting from this?
Yeah,
not that every transaction, or not that every conversation should be like turning into something, but shit, some conversations are just a waste of time.
Yes, bro.
Especially when no one remembers them, which is after 12 drunk convos, like, that's a waste of my time, bro. I just can't be bothered anymore.
Yeah, I think, and that's the thing. The thing with what you're getting at is the urge.
Yeah.
Like I'm losing, like usually, even though I might not drink for, I don't know, 3-4 months, there will still be in month 2, there'll be an urge, you know? Some of the boys might be like, let's go do this thing, or there's a gig here, and I'll feel that urge. I actually don't feel an urge. I don't feel the urge.
People,
I don't know why.
People say, come drink. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
And then I just, for their sake though, I've said yes, and I'll go out, and I don't enjoy it. No. And I sound like a boring unk saying that.
I know,
but
bro.
I stand there, bro, in clubs now, and I'm like, and then a girl will come up to you, and you're like, yo, I just don't want to be here.
Yeah.
And I'll say it. I'm sorry. I don't want to be here. Like,
Yes,
and I
bro.
sound bad, but like, it's the truth. I don't want to be there. I don't want to have stupid conversations about bagging some 20-year-old girl
Yeah.
and then wake up and talk to her about her dog and its human name. Bro, my dog's called Scott. How funny is that? Crazy. That is crazy. And then pretend like I'm gonna go see her again, bro. And
Yo,
leave.
I know,
And then
bro.
talk to the bros about, oh, I can't do anything on Sunday because I'm hungover.
Yeah.
Fuck, I got with a mean chick last night. I don't care.
Nah.
Like, call me boring or old, but
Is it maturity, you think?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
I think it is, bro.
And I think I just got it out of my system, which is good.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I talk
Again,
about getting it out of the system.
I'm a big
lot
believer
on
in
this show.
doing everything.
Yeah.
So you never leave a stone unturned.
Yeah, well.
Because especially in relationships, the biggest thing I see is infidelity and cheating, right? And unfortunately, I've been the second man a lot of times. The reason people are cheating is not because, like, I mean, they are obviously unhappy in a relationship and stuff in that sexual region, but most of them is young reloads and stuff where they've never tried anything. You know, everyone's like, oh, I got with him when I was 17 and I just need to try stuff, or relationships fall apart out of curiosity. But if you've tried the fruit, bro, if you've picked the berries out of the bunch, shit, you know what fruit you want.
You, bro. Cuz.
You know, and you've done it, you've experienced it.
Wow.
And you're never gonna have that doubt in your mind. You're gonna argue, but you're gonna go, I know you're the best there is. Which is just the way I look at it. And a lot of people will say, oh, so you want a girl with heaps of bodies? Yeah, I don't care.
Whoa.
100%.
Yeah. I love this. Okay. So, because I'm very curious about this, even because I think around female psychology in general, I think every man needs to go through a period in his life where he starts learning, I guess, pattern recognition in a woman, especially, you know, a straight man. Where are you at there on this? What are you you got a missus?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
So I think, like, in terms of pattern recognition, do you mean like similarities between women and like how they're...
I think like a woman's past and how it could potentially dictate your future.
That's the thing, I think.
Because you just did there,
Yeah.
she's had many bodies.
Yeah.
I've had guys on my show that talk about this like that. You need to think about this.
Yeah.
You need to think about
So
a woman's body
there's
count or your own body
obviously-
count.
Yeah, obviously I've gone into, like, I started reading the Bible 2 years ago. You know, I felt I was in a really bad place. I was in the sex industry and stuff, and I was not happy at all. I was not proud of myself at all. And that's just life, bro. People make mistakes. And I'm glad I made mistakes because I can speak about it. But if I was going to go and judge a woman for doing something gnarly like that, then I'd be judging myself in turn. It's like, we are equal in that sense, you know, and everyone's like, oh, lock and key method. Like, bro, let her have fun and shit, bro. Because if you get with a girl and you're the first guy and you start treating her bad, the first thing she's going to think is, maybe someone's better. But I guarantee you, if you get with a girl that's been with a lot of guys, and this sounds backwards as, and people are going to call me a cuck for this. But like, if you've been with a girl who's experienced, not heaps, doesn't matter, but experienced other males, she's going to realize how shit some men are. And the same way, a woman's going to get with a guy who's been with lots of women, and she's going to realize he's going to realize how shit other women can be. Because unfortunately, this is a world full of very not great people. And I believe that. I used to have this saying, trust everyone until they give you a reason not to. But as I've gotten older, I trust no one until they give you a reason to. Because it's just like, you just get done under so many times by your closest friends, people around you, random people. Like, everyone's going to use you, bro, especially in the modeling, especially in the adult industry. Even just in friendship, money, creation. People want what they can get out of you. They want to take that and they just want to move along with their life.
See, bro, and that's what you're saying there is the ability to detach from people, from outcomes, because some particularly guys earlier on, they just latch on and their whole life is this.
Yeah,
it could be a woman, it could be an achievement.
Locked, bro.
Could be, you know, and that's their whole life. They run with it. Oh, I was the captain of the first 15. You know what I mean, though, G?
Yo,
and they
high
run
school
with
hero.
that, bro. Oh, I was
the old high
boy.
school hero, bro.
Yo.
I was the captain now. My girl was the baddest in school.
Yeah.
And where are you now?
Yeah, exactly, bro. And that's what I mean. Or it could be a woman. I dated Serena,
dated.
2018.
Dated. You gotta
All
remember
day.
that one.
So I don't know, bro. It's all great lessons. But talk to me about your OnlyFans experience in the entertainment scene? How long were you on there for?
I honestly, bro, I did like 3 or 4 months. So like
Yeah.
full on 3 or 4 months. And I just like genuinely did not like it. Like I made heaps of money. Don't get me wrong. I made like 30 grand a month and I just started traveling off my phone. All I would do is just snap a photo when I need money and I'll just get thousands. But like, it's just like degrading. I've always wanted to be a professional athlete. It was meant to be rugby and then I broke my hip. And then I was going to go into acting and I was just doing content. And like, I started stripping when I was real young. I started stripping when I was 17.
No way.
Yo, in year 12.
Wow.
And so it's always been there. You know, money's always been on the mind. But I remember telling myself, I made a video about it on my TikTok. I was like maybe 22 when I started TikTok. And I was just like, yo, I know a lot of yous are here, like, you know, you want to see me do OF and stuff. But I grew up in the adult industry. I grew up in stripping and all that. And your value, because you're selling yourself, is tied to that dollar amount. And eventually that's going to decrease. Or you're just going to feel like an object, bro. And that's the reality of it. You know, no one wants you for you. No one wants to know you. They just want to see some foul shit out of you. And then I made this little promise to myself. I was like, nah, I'm going to stick to it. I'm not going to let the money change me. I still want to be your good, friendly neighborhood spider cam or some shit like that. And then once I had like 150,000 followers, I was like, fuck, I need the money, bro. I'm in Japan, I'm broke as. Like,
Wow.
and I got that wanderlust. I started partying. Gee, I was drinking. I was in Japan. I was like, I did the maths in my head. I was like, 150,000 followers. If 1% of those people pay $10 a month, I'm going to get 15 grand a month. And I was like, 1%'s fuck all. Yeah. So I opened it up and instantly I'd get like 30 grand a month. And I was like, oh my God, that's hectic.
This works.
And then I had a manager doing it all for me and he reckons, you want to make more money? I was like, well, what do you want when you have money? You know, it's toxic. Money could be the devil at the end of the day. Because once you get money, the next thing you want is just more money and more things. And you fall in love with that. Like you get addicted to it. You're like, shit, I need to make more. Started flying around, literally just partying, bro. I had no purpose. Like my girl, I had dated a girl and then she started sleeping with my best friend at the time. And so my self-worth was already zero. So I traveled, I built it up a bit, and then I just sold my soul to the devil for a bit, can't lie. And it took a long time to bounce back. Like I couldn't even look in the mirror. I got a great physique. I know that, you know, and I couldn't even do a gym selfie because I felt ashamed of my body and like the dollar amount tied to it or the fact that I would just sell it like that. So there's that.
Is there a difference from an experience point of view, like your experience? Is there a difference between being a male in OnlyFans versus being a female in it?
Yeah, massive.
Yeah.
Males can make way more money, way easier because our clientele is gay men. Gay men don't have kids and wives. They just have other gay men that have money too. Gay men are often in open relationships and stuff. Gay men are lustful as. Like I've got a few gay besties, love them to death, but man, they spend shitloads of money. You got gay men that'll drop, you got straight men too, that'll drop everything into it. But like the money for doing like just shows, like I never done any gay shit, don't worry. God bless. But like shit, when I seen the dollar amount to do it, I was like, I have to stop because I could see where my life was headed. And I really didn't want to go there because once you take that step, there's no going back. I got to the edge, bro. I got to the edge and I was standing on the stack of notes and I looked over the edge at this massive just pool of notes and cash. And I looked down and I was just, this is metaphorical, by the way. It's like, fuck, I can't take that step. Because once you jump off that cliff into the money pit, there's no climbing back out. Like you've just completely, you've sold yourself. You've devalued yourself. You know, all your morals are gone. And I want to have a kid and a wife and stuff. And if my son's seeing his dad doing gay for pay, bro, shit. Yeah, I don't think he could live with that. He'd get harassed, all this shit.
When you say there was a time where you gave your soul to the devil,
Yo,
what do you mean by that?
I was just overcome by the lust. lust, drugs, alcohol. I lived, bro, I can't even lie, G. I lived to party and travel. Like, and I didn't film much of it because I knew it was wrong inside. And I didn't want to present that to the internet. But I lived, like, all I would do, bro, straight up for like 2 years, my life was like, I'll just go out, drink, sleep with someone random, and then in the morning call my bros and be like, check out this chick that I rooted. And then the next thing I'm doing is texting a new one to meet up with. And I'm ashamed of that. But at the same time, I learned heaps and I met heaps of cool people in the process. Can't remember a lot of names, I can't lie, but like, shit. What else is a heartbroken 22-year-old gonna do, bro? Like, bro. I was empty, man. I did not like women after my relationship.
Yeah.
And that reflected in some negative behavior. But
yeah, it's like pain, right? And you're reacting or responding to this hurt that your ex gave you. And so it's like, fuck you, I'm gonna take it out on all these other women in this case. You, bro. What was, because there was a season of your life where you were traveling a lot. Was that why you wanted to travel? You just wanted to...
I wanted to see the world. Like, I wanted to, obviously, my dream, always wanted to go to Japan. I want to get an R34 GTST coupe. I want to drift it around Fuji and stuff. And I want to be a pro athlete and have a Staffordshire bulldog. And I want to smoke a cigarette with a monkey on the bonnet of it. Like, just simple little dream. But like, I've always had that dream. But then I just got sidetracked along the way. I sold my drift car here and then spent all that money drinking and traveling. And then just that wanderlust and that excitement of new places took over. I lost all discipline. I had no plans. Like, literally, I just played League of Legends until I was ready to go overseas or something. And then, like, living with no discipline is empty. Living with no passion is empty. And I learned that because I was just flying around the world doing nothing, a whole lot of nothing. And the worst part, I don't remember a whole lot of it because I was just blacked out the whole time. And I spent a good probably 150K in a year on nothing. And do I regret that? No, I learned my lesson. You know, money comes. Those experiences, shit. Those experiences.
Wow.
Some of them are locked up here, some of them are locked in here. And some of them, shit.
Some of them only
that's
God knows.
That's someone else's experience that I was just present for, you know?
Wow. Do you think that every Kiwi, every New Zealander should go travel at least once in their life?
100%.
Yeah?
100%, because if you travel to like some parts of the world, you're going to come back and see how great New Zealand is as a chill family place. I think for my 20s, don't know if I want to commit my whole 20s to NZ because it is a bit slow. It is hard to build like a business or anything like that here. We're getting better, bro. Like, we're getting rid of tall poppy and that, which is gangster. But yeah, I think New Zealanders, we should be grateful, man. Everyone talks about the price of living. Shit, groceries ain't even that bad. Like, they're not good, but like... Yeah, there's a lot of harder things that people deal with than what we got in New Zealand.
Yeah. Do you think New Zealand is a place you can grow in, or do you feel like it is a place where you come back to once you've grown?
I think you can grow here depending on what you're doing. Like you've seen it, you've acted and stuff. There's only so far you can go in modeling and acting in New Zealand. I don't think it's a place you can grow in that. Like, you've already hit the jackpot. You've done Shortland Street. What's next? Australia, like home and away, or like,
yeah. Well, hopefully more work comes here, you know.
Yeah,
which I believe so in 2026. Who knows? But that's what you'd hope for.
Yeah, we'd hope it grows. But I've also noticed a big thing. I'm a fitness coach, and people in New Zealand, potentially it's the financial side of it, but people don't invest in their health that much here. And as a coach, that's quite tough to get clients on because people just don't invest in their health. But Australia, people invest in their health. Yeah. America, people invest. People with money want to invest in their health because they're just clueless, like brainwashed by fast food and like the lifestyle over there.
What's something you learned on your travels that you couldn't have learned in New Zealand?
Not to trust anyone. I trusted everyone in NZ, bro. I shit you not. I was the guy. You asked what young Cam was like. Shit, I had like pretty all good whip, and I'd go to parties, get cooked as, and just give someone my keys and go, can you go pick us up a pack of darts? Like, I would trust anyone, bro, instantly. And then I traveled and I was like, holy shit, the world's full of bad people. New Zealand, not really. Kiwis are great. Like, Kiwis are the most genuine, like, pretty honest. Obviously, there's liars and stuff. But Kiwi people, like, we're awesome, bro. I love Kiwis. And you travel overseas and you realize some people just want everything they can get out of you and just use you and fucking throw you away and shit.
It's such a good lesson, bro. And I feel like it reminds me of just, young 20s, you're a little bit more naive. And so you do, I'm the same, bro. Trust this person, trust that person. It's not until you experience it and feel some type of pain where you're like, fuck, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to. But then sometimes now, bro, I struggle with the opposite end, which I've spoken to a bit on here, of like sort of wanting to trust someone a little bit more. You know what I mean? I guess letting someone in a little bit more. You're talking like romantically. It's like, oh, can I trust you? I don't want.
That's one thing. Okay, one thing I can say in
go.
terms of romantically, bro, is like, a lot of men have that dream, like you want to sleep with heaps of girls and stuff. But shit, the problem with that playboy lifestyle or dating a lot of people is you're almost gonna feel automated. You're gonna meet them. They're gonna have similar characteristics to someone else you've met, and the more people you put into that pool of characteristics and like, I guess, personalities and things they like doing, eventually it's going to feel more and more the same because you've experienced it with someone or something similar or something close, or someone's got that trait, and it all merges into one, and you're going through these automated dates, knowing the outcome, and it just feels pointless and empty. You're just moving along. You're soul tying yourself to these people. Every time you lose a little part of your soul, and then your soul just is so dispersed that you got nothing left to give. And you're like, spiritually, you can't connect. You're like, is this even, what's the point of this? Like, graphic, bro, I was like, you can cut this on if you want, graphic, but like, I remember the times, G, when I was macking it from the back, look in the mirror thinking, what are you doing, bro? Like, literally, G, I'm not even into it, bro. I'm just smashing. I'm like, what's the point of this? Actually, what's the point of this? Who is this person? Why am I doing this? I felt empty and especially with my self-worth being at the fucking bottom, like, it's like, shit, this is pointless as. But what changed that was, this was spontaneous as. I was in LA and like, I was just on this little, like, kind of a lust journey still. You know how LA is. I was doing some wild shit. And I met this dude, bro, and he's just like this chill guy. He lives in this place in like Hollywood. And we're just smoking some weed, bro, and like talking about DMT. And I'd tried to hit it before, but I couldn't break through in New Zealand because usually it's just small quantities and stuff. And he's like, yeah, bro, DMT is really hard to come by, man. Like 300 USD and it takes months to arrive. And I was like, shit, yeah, I really want to break through it. He's like, but you're in luck, man. My dealer's on his way right now. I shit you not. Like, I've been waiting for this drop. And then his dealer walks through and he looks at me. He's like, divine timing, dude. And I was like, straight facts. I'll hit that shit. And I sat there, did this handy-ass DMT trip on this pen. I just pulled through till I was like goners. And like, the world dissipates, bro. And you just go into this realm. You go into this like universe. Like, kind of, I can just picture it as like static. There's all this static, right? All this static, the world's gone, the sound kind of dissipates into just like, if you've ever done a name, that sound, bro, all the sound goes, it's gone. And the purpose of DMT or ayahuasca or any psychedelic is to go through a journey and learn something from yourself. Like, I can say I'm a big advocate for psychedelics, always done them. And yeah, so I guess this journey for me was, I'm going to go in here and find out what is my purpose, what am I doing? And yeah, the world dissipates into static. I remember this woman, so you have an entity, right, in your realm. Everyone has an entity. His entity might have been a wolf. My entity was the seductive woman. She emerges, she's like dancing, like looking sexy and shit. I'm like, yeah, my heart rate goes up. I'm in this, I'm like, yeah, she bad, G, this shit. And I'm just tripped out on the bros. Keep in mind, I'm like, because you're 5 minutes unconscious. So in real time, I'm just like, but in my head, I'm in my realm. Wow. And I'm like, fuck yeah, G, she's on. This is it. She comes towards me and then bang, prison bars, blocks her off. And I'm like, hey, straight up, fuck, maybe I don't need it. Maybe I don't need it. And she looks at me, bro, and she starts just like, she's a silhouette, but she starts like, her energy feels ugly. I remember her energy felt ugly and I was like, shit, this woman was so hot, but her energy feels ugly, and then she melts. And I'm like, gee, I'm tripping. I was like, yo, what the fuck? And then she just melts, and like in the Terminator 2, bro, she just merges through the fucking, like through the bars, and this woman emerges next to me, and her energy felt friendly and loving and at peace. And I look up at her and she's got no face. I can't see her face, it's a black face, but you can see her body and her hair and her hands here. I'm just lying there, bro, like with this supreme feeling of peace, like genuine peace. I could watch, like we were just watching the universe elapse. It's like whatever you could imagine in front of you. And I just felt like eternal peace, bro. And I came to, I'd found my answer to the trip, what the journey was for. I came back to, and the bro's like, yo, dog, how was that? And I was like, bro, I found what I came for. And he's like, you want to hit it again? I was like, nah. Because why would I sit here doing this thing to pretend I've got something when I could just go get it? And he's like, and what was that, bro? I'm like, I can't fuck around no more. I'm sick of that shit. I'm empty of that shit. And I learned that. And then, yeah, since then I've been with 2 girls. That was like a year ago almost. And both of them, I had intention of dating, I guess, but just weren't the girls for me.
Yeah,
so
and that's fine.
That's life. But I've definitely lost, I've lost the lustful desires. Like some would call it demisexual, bro. Like I need to be into someone. I'll see the hottest girl and it's like, shit, you could have that ugly energy, bro. And I walk around and I see that in people since that trip. Like see energy. You feel energy, bro. Like on a way different level.
Wow, brother, this is crazy because I've had recent realizations of this as well. As I said off air, being in Bali, you see
of
it,
ugly
you
energy
feel
there.
it, you live it day to day. And I'm very interested in this idea of lust. Lust being, you can do your own due diligence of this, looking at history, like even at the gods. And lust is the reason which, most men make a mistake in.
They do, bro.
Bro?
Like, have you seen the amount of people don't throw you under the bus for a lot of things. Men throw you under the bus for pussy. 100%. Like, dudes will throw you under the bus for good pussy. Bro, dudes will throw you under the bus for average pussy.
Yeah.
I've seen dudes thrown under the bus for shit pussy.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
truly.
It's crazy, bro. There's a lot of things. There's money and there's lust. There's 2 things that this world has that we need to like not fixate on because it will tear you down.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Like I even started coming to realizations where, you'd be on a scooter. There'd be a fucking baddie riding the other way. And, usually it's, I even got to a point where I was like, okay, if I see in my peripheral vision, lock straight ahead. Don't even, it was a test.
Yeah.
It was a challenge, bro. Because, there was times where, you're like double clock and fuck, no. Come on, go into the gym or whatever it is. But I do believe lust is men's greatest weakness.
100%. Like like Thai fighters do it really well. They say no boom boom before fight. And that's so good, bro, because like retaining yourself, your energy, and having something like that you can use to your advantage, lust as a reward, that's dope. But shit, I used to use lust when I was empty because it makes you feel like the man.
Yeah.
When I had nothing going on, when I was alone and I was bumming it and I was bored, I was like, shit, if I'm rooting a chick, G, I feel like a man, But eventually you don't because you're like, you don't need anything to sleep with a girl, bro. You buy them a vodka Red Bull and you tell them some shit yarn and they're like, fuck it. And that sounds cocky, but that's the reality. Like the older you get.
Yeah. And you also realize, I guess, how easy it can be, You look at her phone, she's got
hella dudes on there.
exactly.
I remember waking up in like girls' houses, bro, and like they like open their Snapchat and they're just snapping like 20 dudes, just a photo of their ear and their pillow. Why don't you snap them the guy lying next to you? One of them's their boyfriend. It's like, one of them's their husband. Like,
bro. And that's why I've like recent learnings is like you, the lad, you got to build yourself to be the prize. Eh? You're like, you got to act like you're the prize.
Act like I am the prize.
Exactly, cuz.
Nah. Straight steered, innit? Hundreds. I don't know. I think I lost trust in women, not all women, but in dating, not because of how my last relationship went, because I had my faults, bro. I was a little stoner. I was a little rascal, G. I had this like, she was like a wealthy family kind of girl from the Philippines and that, always saying, oh, don't smoke, don't party, like work on your studies. And I was like ripping cones, drifting cars and drinking piss, bro. And she ended up cheating, albeit from her end, why'd you sleep with my bro? And why did my bro from his end sleep with her and shit? But fuck, that's the past, I don't care. I was always just disobeying everything she wanted in life. So karma exists. Wow. Yeah.
Would you say that you have an addictive personality?
Yeah, Jay. 100%. Like, I get punched in the head for fun because I love just the art of it. Like, I don't know. I've always been addicted to like, is it getting bigger? Is it eating well? Like, if I want to do something, I want to do it hard out. And if I find something that's fun, G, I'll stick to it. Like, I play League of Legends. I could play League of Legends every day, all day, for the rest of my life, and I'd have not many problems with that. Yeah. But I know it's not going to get me anywhere.
Yeah. What habit or what addiction do you want to add into your day-to-day life now? You're obviously being addicted to the gym for 12 years.
Some sort of discipline, bro. I want to be addicted to an early morning discipline. Yeah. I want to be addicted to getting that sunrise. I want to be addicted to practicing gratefulness and I guess adding in like mobility and all that in there. But I don't know how you'd be addicted to mobility. But like I want to be addicted to routine and bettering myself and tracking it and seeing it go.
Beautiful. Yeah, well, one thing that you did mention at the end of last year was that you went to therapy.
Good observation. Yeah.
Do my research. What? And you said in the video because you needed it. Yeah. You said, I went to therapy because I needed it.
I needed it, yeah.
Well, why? Why did you go? Why did you think you needed it?
I blew up heaps online after those fights. I was already a big creator. I've always, for the last probably 3 years, I've gone through phases of like millions of views and then fucking no views. And then, because everyone only likes you when you're relevant. And everyone, not everyone, but the internet has a goldfish mind. It's like they like what's hot now, you know? And you can't always be hot now. And that's all good. You know, I've fucking been up and down heaps. Life's a cycle, it's a wave. And it's the first time I've been in my own country, like insanely fucking well-known and famous, and I got crazy anxiety. You'd walk around and you'd meet people, and some people, you can see that good energy. Some people have that positive energy. You can sense it on them. They're nice. They're like, yo, brother, love what you do, man. Like, have a yarn. It's a mean little corridor and that. Some people come up to you and you can sense their bad energy. And they're like, yo, brother, love what you do. And you can just tell that they want to square you up and shit. And then you got cunts who just want to talk shit. And it's like, fuck, man. Like, you don't know who likes you, who hates you, who knows you, who doesn't. People give you that look of recognition all the time. Like, you know, when you see someone you sort of remember, and you're like, but then you get that from everyone, but you don't know anyone, but everyone knows you, and it freaks you out a bit. And then I got a bad history with drugs and stuff. Like, I was always on them growing up. I tried so hard to stay away. But after I started getting that mass anxiety and I had no fights coming up, I had lost my discipline again. That's why fighting's so good. It's discipline and you got something to look forward to. I started falling back down the rabbit hole of doing kit to dissociate. Everyone loves a good kit line, bro. But shit, I'm doing lines like a foot long almost. Just sitting there munted just to pretend nothing's real. And it got real bad, eh? And so I was like, fuck, man, I'm alone. I remember just sitting there like doing kit, bro, in my room, playing Valorant fucking on a Sunday after doing kit all night Saturday. And I was like, I need help. Like, I need help. And I fell away from God in the process. And I just didn't have purpose. I remember sitting there, I was like, if my whole purpose is just purely to fight, and that can be taken away like this. I'd never had a big injury before. Like in rugby, I broke my hip, right? Stopped my rugby career for ages. And yeah, it was my first time in fighting where I walked out of it all good, but not all good. And I was like, fuck, there's a possibility that you can't fight again. So you got to have a purpose outside of strictly that. Because once I couldn't do that, all my momentum was like, I was like, shit, what do I do now? Jaws wired up, I'm eating fucking slop, and I'm K-holing in my room. Like, shit, you know? And then I try to monetize online, and because I do blood sport and fight gangsters and that, the only person who wanted to support me was gambling, but I refuse. I don't like gambling. Just think, I've seen it ruin people's lives, bro. I refuse to, even if it means, shit, I'm eating home brand white bread and like milk. NWA got swole off bread and water. I can do it too.
Wow.
Yeah.
How was your experience in therapy? Do you feel like it did any positives to you?
Yeah, bro. So he got me reading a book called Man's Search for Purpose by Viktor
Viktor Frankl.
Viktor Frankl. And pretty much this guy in Auschwitz, bro, and he said once you lose everything, then you start to realize what's really important, right? And I've lost everything before, but in every instance of losing stuff, you're in a different space and you're going to appreciate different things. And he pretty much just said, bro, find your purpose statement. We just have a talk, and then when he gets onto a subject that's like touchy or he sees a bit of emotional response, the therapist will just pause. And how do you feel? And I was like, shit. And you just sit and you linger on that thought. You're like, damn, not good about this or that, you know? Wow. And so looking for my purpose statement, I was like, it can't be chasing money. Can't be chasing girls. It can't just be, my purpose isn't to be the greatest fighter ever, but it's to be, I guess, a role model and just an example that you can fuck up 1,000 times. It was 100, now it's 1,000. But you can make as many mistakes as you want. And as long as you don't quit, you can get up, you can reset, and you can go again. And just wanted to use my life as that kind of an example.
Yeah, bro. I've had a few guys on the show talk about therapy and how it's helped them, how it hasn't helped some others. But I'm big on lads having a chat. Big on lads having a chat, bro.
Yo.
You know what I mean?
Well, the thing is, like, I think, because I've lost a few friends to, like, taking their own life. And the worst part about it is, like, no one ever says they're going to take their life until they do it. Like, everyone who says, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, they don't do it. But it's always the bros you'd never expect. And then you wake up on a Tuesday and they've torched themselves in their car or, like, shit like that. And it's just like, if no one wants to reach out, if you don't ask your friends, because when you're alone and you're isolated, you don't want to reach out for help because you feel like a burden. I don't want to make my friends feel sorry for me. Maybe mental health can last forever. It can last for a long time. And some people think I've complained too much about how I feel. I don't want to keep talking about it. But I'd rather you sit there every Saturday and tell me how shit your life is than end it. Because at least I can sit there with you and help as best I can.
In this chapter of your life, what do you want this chapter to look like? What do you want your next 5 years to look like?
I reckon this year, I'm going to fly over to Japan again, hopefully. I want to do a fight over there. And then I want to get me like a R34. I want to drift it. And not because of like a show off thing. This is what I've always dreamed about. And I've spent so long doing stuff outside of that. But I want to go overseas, fight pro in Japan. I'm 26. Like, we're 26. We're running out of time, G. I'm not going to go pro when I'm 30. Yeah. Well, I could, you know. George Foreman did it. He was mean. But yeah, I want to chase that dream, give it 100 stab, bro. And genuinely prove to the people, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are looking at me going, this fella got his jaw broke, he's done, he's dusted, you know? Or like, people follow me thinking I was their image of what I would be and realize I'm like this nerdy cunt with Rubik's Cubes and shit. Maybe they don't like that person. But I want to prove to people that shit, if you don't give up, if you keep going, then you can make it. If you have that full delusional optimism. Like, I'm gonna make it. And the monkey, if I can, it'll be an Emperor Cameron monkey with the little mustache, but I can't choose my monkey. But you never know, G. If I get rich enough, there'll be a video of me smoking a cigarette. It'll be a Marlboro Menthol 12, the Japanese one with the silver packet. And it'll be an Emperor Cameron. I'll be on my like purple R34. Just, if you ever see that video, that you know I'm happy as.
I made it.
You know I made it.
That's my made it video.
Yo, that's my made it video. Me and a monkey.
You mentioned the broken jaw, and for those who are unaware of that, you, I guess you could say, competed. You competed in Dan Hooker's 1 minute scraps last year. How was that experience, bro?
That was awesome, bro. Like, the first one I did, I went up, it was no weight limit. And, you know, like I said, bro, I don't hesitate. I was like, shit, 50 grand, yeah, bro. But more it was, I want to prove a point. Like, I was like, shit, I started fighting a year and a half ago.
Wow.
Yo, I've had like, before that I had 2 fights. So like, yeah, I was pretty new to it. But I was like, shit, I'm hard as. I'm from Hamilton.
I love that.
Nah, I knew who I grew up around. I knew my boys and that. And shit, honestly, I believe I can do anything. Genuinely. So I like went up there and I was like, in my head, I was like, oh yeah, no weight limit. They're probably going to be like a bit slower. And then old wild boy Haley rocks up the first thing. Gee, I remember I was standing there, bro. I was like, fuck yeah, this is like, I looked around. I was like the only like white boy. And I was also like the smallest cunt there. I was like, fuck, I got this. Yeah. And all the bros was hyping me up. We had all my boys in my corner. They're like, fuck yeah, our white boy, you got this. I was like, yeah. Fuck, first fight, wild boy G comes in. Dunk, dunk, bang. Bro drops. I was like, oh. I was like, fuck, this is about to be crazy. But I went into it and I said, I'm like, I don't care if I get slept. I just want to try. I was like expecting to get slept. And he fed me up with Fight Dog.
Yeah.
And I was like looking at him because obviously his name was Fight Dog, so it was pretty obvious who I was going to fight. He called out all the names. My name's Kamryn, so it's probably also obvious who he's going to fight. And his defense is Kamryn and then like fucking Sione and Wild Boy Helu and all this shit. Like, it's pretty obvious that it was going to be me. And I was just looking at him out and I was like, yo, that's us. But keen as, bro. I was like, that's us. I've never fought like a foul masked dog. I might as well try it, eh? So, and like at the end of the day, I wanted to prove, well, in the second one, but I'll finish the first one first. Yeah, I just wanted to get in there, prove it. Expecting to get knocked out. I wanted to go hard enough to get slept. I've prayed to get knocked out. Sounds weird, but I watched George Foreman's movie. Apparently when he got knocked out, he met God. And I can't lie, I kind of think that would be cool. Like, in a sense. Not that I'm going to let someone knock me out, but I'm not afraid to get knocked out, you know. It'd be on my bucket list to go to sleep and wake up. But yeah, and I didn't even go hard enough to get knocked out. And I was like, shit. I was mad at myself for my performance. And I went up to Dan, like, good dude, bro, and I was just like, oh, bro, I'm sorry, G, I got nervous. It's my third fight. Like, well, it's my second actual fight because I'd only had one like in-house before that. And I was like, if you give me another opportunity, bro, I promise you I'll put my everything into it. Like, I won't hesitate. Like, I can't lie, seeing wild boys sleep that cunt, that made me hesitate, bro. I was like, I don't want to be that cunt necessarily, but yeah. And then in the second one, I went down, and it was an all convicts fight. I'm not a convict, bro. Like the worst I've got is I lost my license for drifting and speeding and stuff. But like, yeah, I was like, how do I get on this? My bro Jabe posts up, and he's like,
Jabe Tyler.
Yeah, Jabe.
My brother.
Yeah.
He been on the show, bro.
Nah, he's a good man, bro. Like, love him to death, eh? Just mean mentality and that, you know. And he posts up, and I'd already gone down and trained with him. Like, I went down to Christchurch, met Carl Weber and that, trained with Jabe, cool dude, bro. And like, he posts up and he goes, if you think you're gonna come down to my country and take my 50 grand, you're delusional. And I was like, fuck, I could get on this, eh? I am delusional. Yeah. I am coming for your 50 here. Like, because I knew, like, he wouldn't put me in unless there was something loud enough on the internet to put me on it, because I am not a convict, bro. Yeah. And yeah, so I just made some noise, G, and bro took a chance on me, put me in it, bro. And I remember before the fight, like before the thing, I was praying and I was like, God, if you can give me something, give me a fucking bloodbath. I want something that goes viral. I want violence, blood, something tough as nuts, G. Like, you know how Nate Diaz fights? Yo. Yeah. I didn't care whose, and yeah, unfortunately it was mine, but like shit. And like the intention with it was to show that we're all human. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what tattoos you've got. We're all human with 4 weapons, 8 weapons if you have elbows and knees. And yeah, I think shit, anyone can beat anyone in the right circumstances. And those 1 minute scrapping and fighting is 2 completely different things. Like a scrapper could win a fight, but a fighter won't necessarily win a scrap. Yeah. You know? Like you can just put your head down and swing. It's different to like
crazy.
It's different to fighting, you know?
Absolutely. Not as technical.
Yeah.
Just chin down.
Chin down and swing, bro.
Give it a jam.
Definitely chin down.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. Speaking of, so you broke your jaw.
Yo, bro.
When you look in reflection, was it worth it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah?
No.
Is respect something important to you?
Yeah, massive.
You felt like you earned your respect?
I felt like for the first time in a while, like, yeah, okay, there's going to be a lot of people who hate on me and shit. But, bro, I used to, like, fucking do nude photos and shit. You know, I had no respect. Even I didn't respect me. And people would, like, pretend to respect you, and, like girls would be grossed out by you and all this shit. And that's just the reality of it. People only want you when you're rich and they're going to give you shit. But with this thing, it's like people genuinely respect me. My students respect me. Like, people on the street come up to me and show respect. People want to hear your story. Like, I hope some people watch this and want to hear my story and shit, which would be cool. But yeah, it's like fighting changed my life massively. And this was just another experience of it doing just that. Like, I don't know where I'd be without fighting. Probably be in a ditch in Thailand, OD'd, bro. Can't lie. Like, yeah.
Save lives. I've always preached it, bro. Every young man needs to get into. Every human needs to get into.
Yeah, bro. It's that discipline. It's the community. Like, look at all the people, even in the convict scraps, right? Everyone's good people on a path of recovery, on change. And it's like, you got a bunch of people that have done wrong by society, but they're trying to change, and that's all they can do. You can't hold them to their past and shit. They're all great people. They all got along.
Yeah. But Cam, I feel like for you, bro, you've always possessed this, what you would call a delusional mindset, and a mindset that I feel like not everyone has. That idea that I don't fit in, you know, I don't fit into the normal, I guess you could call it like a normal life, right? Where do you think that comes from, bro? You know, this mindset of wonderment, curiosity, passion, giving things a crack without thinking about the repercussions. Where do you think that all comes from if you deepen it?
Probably like, my old man's a worker. Obviously, he raised me. So I got mum and dad together. And yeah, he raised me. He's always been a working man. and money's always been a thing on his mind. He's always taught me like, this is what you should go after. You're gonna get a job, you're gonna be rich, and like, fuck, it just looks so boring. No offense, Dad, but the idea of spending my whole life in an office, like, actually just drained me. And by the time I was 10, I've been working since I was a kid. Like, I've always worked with my old man, and then I started working for neighbors. Got jobs when I was like 13 doing hay bales and stuff. But like, that idea of just following the same path as people just sounds slow, non-productive. Like, and I realized that, especially I was a car salesman. I was working on a car yard every week, every day. I was going into that car yard. I was in the same yard with these old fellas. They were like 45, 50. And they're like, yeah, mate, stay here long enough, you'll have a house, you'll have a bloody car of your dreams. I'm like, that's crazy. I didn't even want a house. Like, I don't want a house. Like, I'll happily rent off someone. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think retirement sounds boring. What do? You retire, and then what do? You just sit around all day. I'm not fussed on retirement. I like saving up to live that infinitely slow life. Maybe when I'm older I'll regret it, but I've never once, like when I was doing the OF and stuff, I was pretty much retired, bro. I'd post like a photo a week and make $5,000. Like, I would literally take one photo. My manager would send it to people, and then I'd do nothing all week. And I was like, this sucks. Everyone's busy. Everyone's got jobs. So I'm just bored as playing League of Legends by myself, which I wasn't complaining. I love League. But like, shit, retirement sounds boring. Even with all the money in the world, what are you going to do? You're pretty much, and then it's like, wait a minute, retirement sounds boring when you're alone. So what's your purpose, right? It's like, you got to have a partner and kids. Then retirement's interesting. You got someone to retire with, you know? So I totally just ramble all day. That would have been so off topic. But
I guess, like, bringing it back, where do you think your fuel comes from now? That delusional mindset that I don't want to retire right now. Where do you think where does your drive come from?
now,
Is it the same as when you were young?
No. Now it's like, my drive when I was young was kind of that. Now it's like, shit, just don't want to fail, you know. Now it's like, I want to go over and create something dope, which will be something culturally diverse, something that lots of people in the world can see. I speak multiple languages, so I want to like help change lives all around the world and stuff, if that's something I can even do. Yeah.
Is there anything that scares you now?
Talking to girls.
Straight up?
Gee, I'm so sack nuts, eh?
Nah,
Straight. Like,
Cameron.
that's my weakness, bro. Like,
what?
I can, but I don't want to, bro, unless they blow my mind. But how would you know if they blow your mind until you've met them?
Wow.
It's like, oh, it just feels like I just can't be bothered.
Where does that fear come from? Like, I'm just thinking of 2022, Cammy.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I've never had fear of talking to a woman. Nah, it's because it's that dating thing, right? It's because in my head I've got this idea of where I know it's headed. And unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, that's true. And it's like, oh God. The thought of talking to a girl is like this. If I meet a cute girl at the gym, and then go up to her and be like, yo, like, I seen you here often or some shit. Like, is this your local gym? She's like, yeah, you know, whatever. You got Insta? Yeah, it's dope. And then we're going to go out, we're going to have a drink and stuff, and then we're probably going to sleep together. And then after you sleep with them once or twice, it's like, okay, are we going to date? And then I'm like, fuck, could I see her in my life forever? I don't know. And then you've got to either fucking hurt them early and walk away, or like string them on in what we call a situationship. But situationships is just two lonely people who are too scared to be alone, trying to wait for a better partner because they're too scared to get rid of the one they've got. I think it's pathetic. So I'd rather just be alone than waste people's time.
Yeah. I was just going to ask you.
And I'm over the lust side of things. So I'm genuinely talking to girls with intention of something. And when all they want to do is just go home and sleep with me, fair enough. But like, it's not what I want to do. Like, I don't want to drink. I don't want to party. Like, I want to find someone who's got like mother qualities.
Wow.
I'll cook, G. I'm a mean cook. Like, yeah.
Bro. And it just relates back to, I guess, the start of this conversation around that idea of time, eh?
Yeah.
And like,
It's a clock, bro. Like,
yeah.
I look at all my friends in great relationships. They're happy as and chilling. And, you know, they argue all the time, but that's what a relationship is. And then looking at me and all my single friends, like, I'm not fussed on lust, but shit, a lot of single people, the whole conversation is, who are you getting with? Like, should we go get drunk and talk to girls? And it's just like, nah, can't be fucked. I just want to be locked in a gym. Like, you know, Vegeta and Trunks go into the hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah.
Imagine that. 2 years to train and it's like been a month and you just come out. Like,
There's a long ways to go,
yo, but you learn every day.
Yeah, cuz.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's hope you get over that fear of talking to women.
Yo.
Or
I know it's okay. That's me. I'm talking shit. Like I'm not terrified of talking to women, but it just seems like a hassle. And I'm not in a position really right now. If I was going to date someone, but I'm still working on my craft. I've got an incomplete me. And if someone wants to come for that journey, by all means. You know?
Yeah.
But like, I would rather show not the completed version of me, but me with my purpose sorted, with my path sorted, instead of like if you're still struggling to pay rent or if you live with your parents or whatever, nothing against that. But if you're not working and stuff, bro, you have no business dating a woman.
Nah, brother.
Like, what are you gonna do? Take her out, get a frozen Coke, and sit at the fucking look at the river.
Yeah, bro. But I feel like a lot of guys fold to that.
They do because they feel alone and they don't have purpose and
Yeah.
drive. But you don't feel alone when you've got purpose and drive because you're so busy and locked in that the last thing you want to do is waste it trying to get some cheeks, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you got so many bigger fish to fry.
Yeah. And I feel like, well, speaking from experience, I feel like you don't have to have everything figured out. You don't have to have a completed version. You can still have, I guess, not the results yet that you want, as long as you're on the path to them.
That's the thing. You got to be on that path, I think.
You do.
I'm not like shy at all, bro. Like, I can go chat someone, love to dance and all that, but like, I know inside I'm delivering an incomplete, like an off-path version of myself, and I'm still working on him, and he is not where he wants to be, and I don't want to offer that to someone because they're gonna be like, shit, man, you're like real bad at replying. You're always trying to do something new, work. You don't want to have fun, and I'm like, nah. Well, no, okay, I do want to have fun, but my fun's not your fun. like my fun is just training.
I can't afford to have that type of fun right now.
Bro.
Exactly, bro.
It's like it's not fun that's gonna go somewhere in my life. Very occasionally, maybe, but yeah.
And so the solution there is just to work on yourself, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Until you've built that value to be able to bring someone
Yeah.
in. Unless
and
she
also,
is keen.
At the same time, yeah, unless she's keen to come.
Unless she's keen to stay in the trenches.
Yeah, bro. She's a trench dweller, bro. By all means, come sit in my trench with me.
Yeah.
But it's muddy down there.
Yeah,
Maybe you don't
bro.
want to get your shoes dirty.
Yeah. Bro.
But yeah, I think like...
No, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm very similar. Very, very similar. Cam, if you had to go back to younger Cam, the younger Cam that we were talking about at the start, what would you want to tell him, bro, if you could have a conversation with him?
Don't hesitate. Just do what you're doing. You know, make those mistakes and learn from them. I wouldn't tell him anything. He did all good. Right?
Bro.
He did mean, bro. He's fucked up heaps, but good on him.
Yeah.
You know, like try everything. Try everything once. And don't speak on things you haven't tried. And because every young man, and some people bring this into adulthood, they talk about topics they don't know about or experiences they've never experienced. And I just tell them, bro, like, if you haven't done it, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, So I've heard some yarns from people and I'm like, fuck man, you ain't done that. People telling me what my life's like.
Yeah.
You didn't live it, bro. You haven't been inside my head. So
words and actions aren't aligning, eh?
nah. So
Yeah.
it's just don't see anyone, bro. Don't talk about things you haven't done, except for asking questions and imagining, right? So you can learn.
Fuck, well, that's why I feel like I got the best job in the world,
Yo,
bro,
bro.
bringing people on from all walks. You know?
You can learn so much about a walk of life. You may not, because I can only say so much things about it. Well, my friend has a good saying. He says, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. That's my bro Sam. Shout out to brother. Fucking love him to death. And like, yeah, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. And understanding is deeper than understanding my language. It's understanding the emotion behind it. But you wouldn't be able to feel that unless you were in those shoes. So I can explain it to you, but you don't have the emotional connection to be like, this is how bad this really is. In a sense of like the loneliness of travel or the lust problems or all that stuff or drug addiction. Or if someone's never been addicted to drugs, how do you tell them that it feels like your brain's itching and you need to numb it? You know, how do you explain that to someone? They'll be like, my brain doesn't itch. Wow. Well, shit, you just ain't feeding enough shit.
Cameron Harcourt, my bro. Damn, pleasure, my brother. I feel like it's very rare to come across individuals like yourself. A go-getter is what I call them. You know, a go-getter mentality. Just let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's but it is refreshing.
Yeah.
You know, it's, as I say, it's rare, and I think it gives a lot of people, particularly New Zealanders, like, shit, I can do it too. I can give that thing a go, whatever is in the back of my mind, starting that business, jumping into the ring. You know, a year and a half you're into sport and you're freaking jumping into a damn hooker's 1 minute
Oh,
scratch.
gee, my first fight, because everyone says, how long would you wait to fight? And I'm a coach now as well. I was a coach after a year and like 2 months of training. You know, I'm not a coach because I'm the best fighter ever, but I do study my craft really well. I did my bachelor in sports sci. But my first fight, everyone says, how long do you wait? I was in Tokyo and my friend was like, man, you need to do something different. Because I was depressed as. So I was actually empty. And he's like, what if I got you in a fight? And I was like, yeah, I'll do that. And he's like, kickboxing? I was like, yeah, harder. I've never done kickboxing. He's like, yeah, well, we can put you in a fight. We got 2 people you can fight. One of them is 22. He's been fighting for like 15 years. And he's got like, I think 7 kickboxing fights, but he did karate or something. I think it was 6 or 7. And then one of them was like a 33-year-old dude that had like 1 fight. And I was like, nah, the young fella. And he's got heaps. He's like, he'll get knocked out. I was like, solid. Like,
Bro.
maybe I need that to feel alive because I felt so not alive, bro.
Yeah.
And then, so I booked a ticket to Thailand for like a month and a half. And I went to Rage Gym in Pattaya. And I stayed in Pattaya, which they call like the Devil's Playground or whatever you call it. And Rage Gym's like this French pro fighting gym. And I rocked up, seen old Coach Charlton, and he's a great coach, you know. And he's just like, what are you here for? And I was like, I'm here to train for a fight. And he's like, are you a fighter? I was like, yeah. He's like, no, you're not. It's like, yeah, I am. And he's like, nah, you don't look like a fighter at all. Like, because I was just a buff ass, like kind of out of shape. Like not out of shape, but I was just gym hard and drink, you know. He's like, nah, come on, fighters class. I was like, yeah, hard out. And I jumped in, bro, and I sucked so bad. I was actually terrible. And then he's like, bro, you're not a fighter yet, right? And I was like, nah, exactly. Well, can I just keep training though? And he's like, I mean, if you keep getting back up, then I can't really push you away, can I? And I was like, exactly. And I'm gonna keep getting up. And he put me in sparring with this guy, Us, this like French dude, like tatted up, mean scrapper, bro. Fuck, he put me down heaps. Like kneeing me in the liver and that, and I'd never had one. I was like, oh, this sucks. This sucks. I'm so unfit. But after a month and a half, went in, had my kickboxing fight, got a hiding. And it was mean. I was like, this is it. I felt alive. Like my heart was racing. And I was bleeding out my nose and shit. And I was like, this makes me feel alive because nothing else did. Like, and then it kept me sober. Didn't want to do drugs and drink, because I wanted to be in the best shape I could. I had discipline. Every day I had a place to be. I had community. And at the same time, I found God, and it just, everything came together and pushed me through this path. And yeah, so I'm grateful. Fighting changed my life and it will change everyone's life. That's why I put it out there.
Cameron, we got a closing tradition on this podcast, brother, where the previous guest asks the next guest a question not knowing who they are. So the question for you today, bro, is would your younger self be proud of the person and achievements you've become today?
100%. 100%. My younger self would be like, man, you're a bad motherfucker. He would say that exactly like it is. And he'd be proud of me that I don't drink and that. He'd be proud of me that I don't want to sit around and smoke weed all day. He would be over the moon that I went to Japan and I got to see Asia and I've been at drift meets and like, I've done everything he wanted to do, bro. He'd be sad that I sold the Z, my old car. He'd be gutted, but that's the only thing he wouldn't be happy about. Everything else, I think, ecstatic.
But I think anyone can say what they want about you. I think one thing you can't say about you is you got some nuts, bro. To give all these things a crack. And we're just getting started, to be honest.
I might just be optimistically delusional, but
you need it.
yeah.
Where can the people find you, brother? Socials.
Instagram, TikTok. Don't really post on YouTube, but I might be soon. But yeah, Campire6, little underscore. And yeah, check us and follow.
My bro. Thank you,
my
guys.
brother.
All right, team. That concludes another episode of The Martin Show. We will drop Cam's details below. Make sure you're subscribing to this channel, _The Martin Show right here. And we're going to be back next week for another episode. Go show some honor. Go show who you are. Kia ora.
Amen.